Alright, this would be part 2, I believe. Let's go on to this is the part from the intro where I said I would be dealing with ingredients a little bit in the coming video, which really would be the coming video series, I suppose. Also, according to the philosophers of nature, fire predominates in the animal. Fire and air predominates in the vegetable, and air predominates in the mineral. So, in the sense that you making a potion, one of the concepts I want to cover with the Auron Academy is the use of animal bits in potion making. I know that might be too primitive for some people, but animal curios are used in magic, and in some cases it is fundamental, such as hoodoo it's probably not fundamental per se to hoodoo, but it's a big part of hoodoo, as is with just about any, if not any, or all folk magic traditions. My theory is that if the animal, which is fiery, full of life, soul at its purest, in a sense, or soul unfiltered, that the fire of the animal connects with the fire in the water, and there's like a chemical reaction of sorts. The vegetable is fire and air, which I'll get on to the next two later date, but consider in hoodoo when you make a mojo bag. It's, according to the Lucky Mojo Corporation, traditionally it would consist of a mineral, a root, and an animal curio. So, technically the root would be the vegetable. Within the vegetable realm. Vegetable isn't just referring to like carrots and potatoes and stuff. It's referring to plants in general. Or the vegetable kingdom, vegetabilia, I believe. Sorry, Charlie. The cat. There's in hoodoo, like I said, the mineral would be mineral, the animal curio would be curio, it would be all 4 elements. Then granted, this isn't traditional to hoodoo with what I just said about the 4 elements. But there's something else. I can't seem to find it now, but I'll have to look it up. I wrote this down a while back. from the philosophers of nature. Fire and air are subtle elements give the sulfur, which belongs to the electrical realm, etc. Okay, the roots. This is another bit of the ingredients concept. The roots have the elemental association of earth. The leaves with the air. The branches or trunk with water. Flowers with fire. It makes sense because flowers and blossoms are, I don't know, it just seems divine. They're okay, to take on a Christian concept, the Hail Mary or Ave Maria prayer. It's a Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women. Blessed is the fruit of thy womb. Fruit, the blossoms, flowers. For plants that don't have fruit per se, those are like the fruit of that plant. The rest is pretty obvious, I would think. I'll get into a lot more in depth about how to create a potion using these things before this video runs out, which is almost soon. The spiritual systems, you got like hoodoo and stuff. You give a saint a glass of water. Water is water is a gateway of sorts. It's it can reflect. There's a book by Douglas Monroe called The 21 Lessons of Merlin. 11 or 12 lessons in druidic magic. There's a passage in there that talks about fog, and that about using fog as a way of traveling through the world, from this world to the next. Think of the movie Constantine with Keanu Reeves. It's a water is a way to travel as well. Like I said, water reflects like a mirror. Mirrors are traditionally, or at least in this Western world, are traditionally seen as being a way to travel from world to world, or to be trapped into a mirror. Or, like Constantine again. Trapping a demon inside a mirror. And when the mirror breaks, it gets sent back to hell. I assume that's what the concept was. So some about the water, maybe because of the hydrogen being the fire associated spiritual energy, like a marking point. Some about the water allows for the spirit to travel through it. Maybe it's because in this universe, in this realm, and spirits that have came from this realm are water-based. We're water-based, so our spirits would be maybe water-based as well, some sort, or able to travel through water. Water, think of the great abyss, the ancestral river, that all life came from the ocean concept in both science and mythology. The womb is I know some women, and even men, might not like this, but womb is sort of idealistically, theoretically, a watery abyss. Abyss not being a bad thing. So the one of the biggest concepts in these traditions is the Kardecian spiritism, leading to what is called a spiritual boveda or spiritual table, I believe. Boveda is you can find videos on YouTube about it. It's there's different concepts about it. It's basically a setup of like about 9 glasses of water. The number is different. It's used to not really worship, like venerate your ancestors, but to communicate with them. Not to use it for magic per se in some traditions, maybe all, but to somewhere where you can just talk with your ancestors. It's an ancestor shrine of sorts. I recommend Brujo Luis. I can't remember if there's a second name in there. I'll go. Let's see. I want to try and get as much information as I can. Water. It's universal. It's considered to be the universal solvent. In alchemy, it's called the universal solvent is called the alkahest. It wasn't considered to be water per se, but in the modern day, it is considered to be water. And going back down to where in the previous video I was talking about making herbal tea, and about everything has a spiritual connection. There's a concept I'll be talking about later on about medical potioneering. Potioneering being I'll get into that later. About taking making a medicine or ointment or so on, and not just making it alchemically, but empowering it, enhancing its abilities via spiritualization, via magic. It's in a tea, you're not just extracting the nutrients, the chlorophyll, giving it the green color, giving plants green color. You are extracting, in a sense, the spiritual essence as well. You're creating a baby within the cauldron, within the womb, the cosmic womb. The cauldron, that tools and stuff. I'll discuss tools later on at some point. I guess see you into the next video.